Howdy gamers, this is Lark with Games and Gaming Miniatures, and I want to welcome you to episode 5 of Ostriv. And I want to say a special thanks to my new subscribers. I now have 7 subscribers, which may not sound like a lot, but it is to me, especially with the gap in my posting because I had some problems in real life last year. But enough of that. First of all, I'd like to thank Query Everything for helping me with the farm situation on priority farming. The first thing I'm going to do in this video is explain it to you, and also let you know that something does happen to the crops after they've been picked, because I noticed it on another video that I did while I was editing it. The crops will, once the snow hits the ground, start to disappear. So for starters, we're going to go in here and look at this farm that we've been using. I'm going to pause the game. Alright. And remember this area we were talking about together, the prioritized gathering? What that does is it affects each field, alright? Each one of these fields can be picked and then carried into the farm, or picked until all the fields are picked, then carried into the farm. The only problem with this is I've discovered that some of the crop disappears if it sits in the field long enough when the snow hits the ground. It's not rapid, but like the issue, as soon as it snows, your harvest disappears if you haven't got it all picked. But it does happen, and I'm not sure how much we lose to that. Now, for starters, I'm going to make a couple changes here. And I'm going to correct these 2 fields, because I think they do better long-wise, and I want them a little closer to the farm. Now, ideally, I would think that maybe... No, let's go ahead and go with this. I'm going to turn it on for just a second so it clears out the old fields. And they're gone. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put the new ones down. Now, we will be getting cattle in this episode. Alright, let's see what we got going here. Alright, we're set there. Now, what I'm going to do also is I'm going to turn off these houses because I want to make sure I keep a balance on my food. I think my population is going to be close. And since I'm starting off paused, I'm going to do a couple more things. I want to clear these woods over here. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this one. And deactivate these guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my old forestry building. I'm going to go ahead and fix this so it'll accept salt. So the moment I get salt, that's fixed. And we're going to come over here and make sure I can accept salt. And we'll just add a few other things here. Where's flour? Salt. And we'll just go ahead and set our system up for that. And I did set that for 9 per ton. Okay, we're good. And again, non-balanced diet will do what that's doing. Let's see. And we're good here. Also, we're just going to have them empty this building out too. Let's see. We're going to add a few more forestry buildings. We're not going to man them, but we're going to go ahead and get them built because since I'm not building anything else, I may as well build other buildings I'm going to need in the future. And we can go ahead and build this bridge. And then build a forestry over here to have. There's no rush in any that it's not accessible yet. Okay. So it's inaccessible till the bridge is built. Good to know. Okay, in preparation for this, I'm going to go ahead and do dried fish on all of these. Worst case scenario, I can go back to regular fish. But if I have all the fish in all the markets, then they will never get 50 in the fishery, and they'll keep taking them out. And we need another granary, and I need to move that up on my list. So I'll fix that. That is one we'll need sooner than the others. Generally, I separate my granaries so I have meat in one and the rest of the stuff in the others, food-wise. Okay, I think we're ready to start. So, again, I like to think query everything because I was, like, at my wit's end on what was next to the prioritizing. Except for maybe going by farm, but that didn't make sense. Now, we will be adding cattle. Let's go ahead and get that in the queue. It's a cow shed. You do not wish to buy anything until you get that sorted out and stocked and manned. Remember that. And I'm going to go over to the right a little bit because they get a field and I want to put it next to the farm. And I'll explain to you in a minute why we're putting it next to the farm. And I'll tell you what, since I'm here, I'll just go ahead and set the other one up to be built. And I'm going to move them to the head of the line. One of them anyways, the first one. And let's go ahead and get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. We're going to go ahead and build some more. Warehouse is done, but let's go ahead and get this scheduled to build first. Let's see. We'll put one more here. And let's go ahead and get a dock set up for our production buildings, which we'll be building in a little while. Alright, this facility is empty, so we're going to tell them to demolish it. And what will happen, it's in the queue to be demolished. And they'll take all the resources from it and carry them into the storage areas. Alright, let's see what we got here. Iron. Charcoal. Let's put our thatch in here too so we can build up a little bit. That way, if we get ahead on the building and get enough builders, we won't have to wait on the thatcher or add more people to her. Alright, as you can see, this is our trading post. To the left is the stuff we've got in stock. It could go all the way across here and then under it, the stuff we received. But for now, the salt and iron we received are to the right. And as you can see, they just went to town there and got it unloaded before we got back over here. Also, what we can add over here is a couple more hay drying racks. We'll add them up here. They get the trees cut down, it'll be good. And we got 5 of these. And I'll show you, they each hold 1,000. See? It's 978, some of them's missing. There's the 1,000. So that's going to be 5,000 hay. That should last me a little while and I'll keep adding to it. Did all that work, forgot to put somebody in the job. Alright, by prepping the stalls before the salt arrived, I was able to stockpile 50 fish here, and they're already starting to process it. So that's 100 dried fish we'll have. Most of it will probably end up in my markets. Check on the boatman. Good. Main reason I checked is that boat still wasn't repaired. Now, I'm not sure if we can catch it happening, but what'll happen is they'll come through here and pick all the crops, then pick up the crops. And if they don't have enough people to pick it up fast enough, when the snow falls, gradually the crops are going to start disappearing. It was something that I had never noticed before, and I only assumed that that didn't happen. Well, it does. I just happened to catch it during the editing process, and I was like, am I seeing things? No, little spots were disappearing. Was not fast, but it was still happening. I went ahead and put men back in over here just in case I need them for the harvesting, since I know I'm going to be harvesting a lot. Alright, the new one's here. We'll hire a lady to take from other granaries. And I'm going to just go ahead and prep it for our meat. Chicken eggs. We're not going to put fish in it. If I put the fish in it, they'll never get dried. Man, I don't want to put milk in it. Let's just put all meat in it. Now you're sitting there going, milk? Well, we got cows coming soon, haven't we? There we go. We're set. Let's go over here. Yeah, I put milk over here. So when we get the cattle, we'll have milk, honey, and a whole bunch of stuff. I tell you what, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and work on our fence here. Put up a gate down this end. Matter of fact, we're going to come over just a hair because we're going to make it a double-sided gate. It's a corner. Then again, maybe not, because we got another room for another row of houses. Let's not do that. Let's do this. And one on this end. Matter of fact, we're not even going to put the outside gate on yet. We'll just do this, the side itself. Oh, they need meat. I hope that fish gets done soon. I imagine my first batch of fish is going to be wiped out before it even gets to the market. Oh man, I was going to the shadow instead of the actual fence. No, I don't want to search. We're going to put water out here, but we're going to make sure we're turning it the right way. There we go. What I did was make sure the blue tab was facing in the right direction. And I bet they're going to drink out of that water all the time. So let's, what's happening is there's a search function that I don't ever use. Uh-oh. Let's take honey from him. We're not ready for cattle yet, so let's take 200 honey. We could have put our flour in there and made money off it, but I make more for the oil, so we're just going to leave that alone. He'll be here for 11 more days, but I won't be doing anything with him. But if you find yourself short on money or waiting on something to process, you have a limited time depending on which guy shows up. that'll let them sit there a little longer. Alright, cart parking. It's been reported that people have been having issues with this, carts and plows and stuff. And what's happening is they're hiring one guy and then expecting him to do all the maintenance and all the building. So if you're only going to have one guy in your carpentry shop and only one carpentry shop, look at what he's got going on before you start adding new stuff, and then only add stuff one at a time and wait for him to finish it. In this case, I gotta wait till he repairs his cart before I ask him to do anything else. And that is just the best way to do that. Now, another way to do it is just to add more carpenters. And right now, I don't have the manpower to do that. But just so you know, that's how that works out. Now, we got 76 people in our town, and there's no housing available, so no more people will arrive until I build more houses. But it's the catch-22. If I build more houses and more people arrive, I need more food. As it is, we have food issues that are survivable. Let's see. But at some point, we're going to have to bring some more people in. Did I set up anybody to sell honey when it comes? Alright, they're selling dried fish. That's what I thought was happening. It's getting sold as fast as it gets there, I think. I was going to give them salt, but I'm going to wait because we got so much dried fish we're trying to process. I think I better wait on that. As a rule, I put salt and oil in my markets. But in this case, I don't think I'm going to. Alright, see this add pasture? It's going to let us add a pasture. Leave a gap for our cart shed there. Not too bad. And we're going to pause because what I'm going to do next is going to kind of confuse it. Let's see. Alright, here's some links, and this shows which cowshed it goes to. Notice it has nutrients just like the farm fields do. So we're going to link it to this farm. Now, it works with this farm. When it goes fallow, the cattle can go to it. We're going to leave the same settings for next year, and we're just going to tell it to put potatoes in next year. Oh, got to activate it too. There you go. Next, this area we'll look at later when we get our cows. We're going to use fallow fields if available. I recommend you click that right off the bat if you're putting your cow shed next to the farms. If not, make sure you put your pasture up. We're going to set the limit at 20 and leave it there. If you want to do something like putting cows in and having beef, you can always put the cows in at 10, and then as they have babies and stuff, they'll cycle through and you can have meat. Start from the oldest first. They don't kill the last bull. I'd recommend trying to just build up your cow sheds to start with. That's what I try to do. I don't want men right now, so I'm going to just say no. Just let the women work here, but the men can be laborers. And now I'm going down here where we do our resource supply, and I'm going to tell it to give me 600 hay instead of the 400, and 600 water. As you see, instead of 600, I got 500. Also, I might have laborers use carts with this. And did you see that pop up? I actually told it that I wanted laborers. See there? So the workers will bring stuff up by cart, and so will laborers if I have any free. Now, we could turn that off so that the laborers are constantly at the farm or elsewhere where I need them. We'll see how this works though. And let's start it back up. Now, if they get this loaded in time, we can go ahead and get our cattle the next time the guy comes up with cattle. So let's see what happens. They're starting. And we're short a guy here. Maybe I can get another one in there. It's taking too long to get the fish production going. Usually if you got enough salt, it starts off pretty quick. I've got plenty of salt, so I still got some left. Alright, we got half of our supplies in there. Harvest time. Now watch. They're going to leave everything in the fields to start with. Don't have any extra workers to hire. The laborers. Well, let's take them from here. Maybe they'll come work. Usually they come on their own, but right now I think I have to tell them. We're going to take 3 of these too. And hope that they come work at the farm. We'll get the salt. We got 700 salt. Salo. Let me see if I got iron. Oh, and flour. I might go ahead and pick up the flour too. 372. How much is it this smithy? Oh, we got plenty of iron, so let's get the flour instead. And that's most of my money, right? Ooh, let's get half the flour. They want too much for it. Oh, that's still a lot. That's probably over half my money, and I have nothing to... Oh, wait, they want charcoal. I'll take that. That pays for the flour. Well, that's it. And that's why I have 2,000 charcoal in there, and I'm doing the charcoal the way I am. Well, I guess those ladies found something else to do because they didn't come over and help me. Dang it. Maybe they will in a little bit. There's a man working here now. How'd that happen? Where'd he come from? Loaf of bread there. Oh, they need money. Anybody else? I hate losing families, but if I'd lost them, I would have had the food to get somebody else to come in, I think. Yep. Come on, guys, keep the salt going. We got flour. I don't know if it's here yet. Let's see. Honey's still here. Alright, you see they're hardly picking any of it up. I think occasionally they'll take a basket back when they're leaving. But for the most part, it's still in the field. Sorry, September, they're not done yet. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. Before they leave for the day, they carry a load in with them. And that's something. Things I didn't notice in the past. They went and got food, but I'm going to go ahead and give them some money. Them too. Things are stabilizing a little bit, I think. Come on, guys. Keep getting the fish. Oh, the cart. Did he get it fixed yet? Oh, yes, he did. Alright, let's go over here and get one started. And like I said, instead of doing 4, I just did the 1. And when it's done, I'll do the next one. Come on, people. Be really nice if you could get all the field picked by October. So, reiterate. Thanks to Query Everything, I now know what this button does. And that if we're lucky and we can get enough people harvesting, we can get the fields totally picked and then somebody carrying everything in. However, I have discovered that if they don't get it all in by the time it snows, it will slowly disappear. And if I can make it happen while we're doing this, if it snows, which I hope it doesn't, I hope we get it all in, we'll take a look and watch it and see. So our cattle shed is nearly ready. Since the woman I had doing that didn't come back over here, I don't know where she went. And there's our cattle. Let's go ahead and get 2 bulls to start with. You see the cow cost a lot of money. See, look, $800. That's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. But I want to go ahead and get 2 bulls to make a plow with. And there we go, $280 for that little bit. We're going to go ahead and do it. And that's it. I don't have enough dried fish to sell my dried fish. Don't even have any in my warehouse. And I know I don't have any over here. Speaking of which, there's something else I need to reiterate that I don't know if I said anything about in the last video. But in your trading post, always make sure you have what you plan to sell in here. Because the guy won't stay long enough for your people to go pick it up and bring it back. That's why I did the 2,000, 4,000, and 6,000. That's enough to have 2,000 for each of the cities. And like I said, occasionally that can be a situation where multiple guys show up. That's interesting. Got plenty of firewood. Because I know there's more over here. I'll have to keep an eye on charcoal and see what's going on with it. Well, where is everybody? Oh, there they go. They heard me. Well, that's really low on money there. That's pretty low right there. And we're going to set up over here for milk because soon we will have milk. Okay, it's mid-November and everything's picked. We have minor amounts in here because they carried them in on their way home. Okay? So let's watch what happens now. Now there's a little icon that looks like a little thing of white here with like some kind of stalk. See that? I don't know if you can see it very clearly. That means that that's harvested product versus processed product. Okay, let's talk about our cowshed while they're letting them process that. Alright, here's your bull. It's a 2-year-old bull, so we're going to protect him. This keeps them from being slaughtered. We really don't have to worry about that because we don't have a slaughterhouse, but I do this out of habit. Alright, I bought 2 oxes. Oh, there goes our crops. So that they can help out when I get ready to work on the farm. I'm going to pause because it's distracting me here. So what we're going to do is see what the situation here is. And what do we got here? We got 1 cart. So we can go ahead and get 1 plow started. And the only reason I want to do it now is because it's wintertime and I'll have it in the spring. I suspect I'm not going to get all these crops because it's already snowing. What'll happen is the carpenter will go pick up the ox, bring them here one at a time, and then he will build the plow, and then he'll take the ox and the plow back to here, which I need to supply for oxen too. Means we better cancel this for a minute. Can't right click to cancel it? No. Well, that's disappointing. You can't cancel the plow, so make sure you only do it as you need it. But we're going to be okay because they're starting to carry the food in there anyway. Alright, so now the snow's on the ground, so let's just watch. You got patterns of 3 here, 4, 2. I'm not sure when stuff will start disappearing, but I know it will, because I've seen it. See? Something over here just disappeared. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here now. Let's see if one more disappears. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just one whopper disappeared. I suspect this whole field will be gone by the time they get down there to do it. I don't suppose I could get men with carts to help. Yeah, I do. They're just not helping because they're busy elsewhere. We're down to 3 over here. Remember, we had 6. Something disappeared over here. There's 1. Now there's 2 left in that field. This is the field furthest away, so I'm assuming that it's just not going to get somebody run over and pick it up. So that one's all that's left out of those 6. It's gone too. So I'm not sure if it's doing this because it's December or if it's doing this because some other reason in the game that we don't know about. The only thing I could figure is it's going away because it's spoiled or whatever. Not necessarily spoiled, but it's affected the crops and the penalty for doing it the way we're doing it. And it's something that wasn't written about because it's not in here. Just like I said before, prioritization's not in here either. Nor is the stuff about the plow, really. I mean, it says you can do it, but this is something that's going to need some kind of definite tutorial for it, a little bit better than what we have. Sorry, but it's just spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, and it took 2 of us to figure it out. Okay, there goes our plow. And there's food and water there. I think I already did this. Yep. So I already had it preset. Yay me. Alright, let's go sneak in a cart real quick. Then he's going to have to do maintenance, I bet. So we'll be able to plow fields. Oh, in this winter time. And since we lost a whole field, I think we're going to do one less field too. Alright, let me start that up. Now the cows are taken back inside during the winter. And now we have a 2-year-old bull and 4 1-year-old cows. Now, if we had a slaughterhouse and wanted to slaughter them, we could have just clicked right there and they would slaughter them. But when you get it set up on the automated system, when you get more than 20 cows, they'll go through the system of getting the most oldest. And they're not supposed to kill the last bull. I assume the last cow. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, oxen in the last bull will never be slaughtered automatically. So that means that they'll take the last cow, huh? Oh, I forgot about that stuff. I forgot I didn't have anybody in there to do that job. Well, it looks like the bridge is nearly done. I'd meant to watch this because I'd never seen the bridge built before. Alright. Can't wait. And our people are happy with their food choices. Now come spring, we're going to watch this guy plow the fields. And technically, we finished this episode, but I want you to see how spring reacts to the cattle. That bridge is done. So now I can go ahead and put in my other forestry I wanted to put in. We don't have much in the way of money. Y'all want to buy something? Oh, don't tempt me. Wouldn't mind picking up some more nails. Oh, we can do that. Buckwheat. Let's take $100 worth. I gotta let the money build back up now. Up, the cows are back out. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you watch them up close, because I got it on high speed, their tails are like wagging really fast. Oh, wait a minute. We have a baby? Let's take a look. We had a baby. Look at that. And it's a bull. So I'm going to hit protect on that. And look, we're plowing the field. Reminds me of watching a contrail from an airplane. Look at that sucker go. I'm at fast speed, so he's going to look like that. Now, he is only going to plow the fields we need plowed. And it looks like he goes back each time. Because there's a field he's got to come plow. Here he comes. Now, if we had 3, we'd be done by now. That's reason to get more, but I'm not going to buy another one. We're short on money. Now he's plowing this field. They've already started planting the other fields. And got one more to go, folks. Next episode, we're going to start our cash crop. And that's the sunflower oil. We've built up a nice supply of sunflower seeds. There's 2,000 there. Another 1,000 there. It's about 3,000. That's pretty good. We have another baby? No, it just looked like it was more. Okay. Not quite sure how many babies the cows have. In some of the games I've played, they've had as many as 3 in 1 year, but I had several bulls and several cows in that group. Now, we've got 4 crops here. We should get them all harvested and all put away. I hope. Alright, let's see. We've got our milk in here now. It's coming from the cows. Flour never made it here. Some of this stuff's not made it back from over yonder. We need some more people. We're not getting stuff moved around fast enough. Let's get another cart slipped in here. We got a little more food. Let's get one more person. No, you don't have any money, do you? Because you went to buy food. Labor and carpentry. Oh, you work too hard. We need to give you more money. I already know what you do. I'm sorry. I should have given you a raise. There you go, buddy. It's not much, but it's more than you were making. There's all of our firewood, I told you. So let's take a look at our crops. We've got growth going on now. Meanwhile, these cows have been using pasture, and it should help this go back up. See there, the numbers are changing. Well, those are busy cows. Have we added anybody else to our cemetery? Nope, just the one guy. Got plenty of salt. Boats are good. And we got another bull. So once those 2 bulls become a year old, we can turn them into oxes. So like I told you before, it's a slow process, but it works. Fishing dock needs a raise. Your families are hungry. Alrighty, buddy. I don't have anything to sell. I gotta pause and check the iron situation to make sure we don't run out. We got 1,400 there. We got enough. Well, there's no reason for them not to have meat. Except for I'm short laborers. I bet you that's what my problem is. It's okay. We'll get a couple. Let's raise our basic money up a little bit to 170. I'm doing it here on the laborer's wage instead of on the manager's wage. If I raise this one, it's going to raise both of those. That should help some. I think we're going to need some carts at the trading post. Alright, let's see if we got another one to go. Alright, they're back to work on these. Alright, let's go for the last cart. Oh, I'm going to try this, see if we can get away with it. Still got growth going on. Oh, the cow shed's done. I'm not going to do a whole lot with it because I don't need it. I'm just prepping some of the basic stuff with it so I don't forget. Old well is gone. So we have 7 cows now. That doesn't include these guys. Looks like they're slowly picking stuff up and our money is slowly going back up. Looks like we're going to have to rethink some things here. He could be pulling a cart. Let's do this. Let's get rid of him because he can use a cart. And we're going to stop letting him do it by hand there. Alright, the old forestry's gone. There's stuff left there, see? We're just telling them to empty it all. They'll take and store it. And it's harvest time, so let's take a look at this. It grew a little further because I think it's been stopping back here. So we got another new cow, so that's 3 this year. Yeah. And I've got to decide where I want to put the other pasture. Could put it right there. Or wait till they cut. Yeah, we can get them to cut these trees down and move my hay dryers. Then put the field up there. It's still August, so we're doing pretty good here. And it looks like we got some laborers. A few for a while there because I just saw some guys run by and pick stuff up. That's good. Yep, he's got a cart, so might be time to put another cart. I don't know. I'm not sure, and I don't want to overwhelm the guy, and I don't have an extra guy to put in the carpentry shop yet. So, how many carts do you guys think that the carpenter can keep repaired and still build things like the plow? Now, I could just build the plows I need and then come back and get more carts, but I'm trying to decide if it's one of those deals where I can do 8 carts or not. We can't because we're harvesting it. There's honey right there. Go get it. I know it's not food. There is plenty of food here, though. That didn't make any sense. Unless they're so busy working they couldn't go get food. That's a possibility. We'll have to watch for something like that happening. All right, let's see if we can get all the crops in. Holy cow, that's 4 babies this year. Nice. So we've now got 9, so 11 more and we can split them up. All right, guys, y'all got all the crops picked, so let's go to the fields. Pick them up. Y'all hear the cows? Some pretty looking cows too, aren't they? So the guy with the cart's moving stuff. Nice. All right, everybody, come on. Get everything before it gets snowing. We lost too much last year. See, the cows agree with me. No. Hurry up, people. Cows are heading to the cow shed. We're going to get some dried fish to... Dang it. We're going to only get about half of it. That's better than none. Alright, we got 4 over here and 3 over here. 3 and 3. they might get all of them this time. 2 and 2. Alright, there's 1 left in each. Last one. Oh, I take it back. I miscounted. Alright, we picked up everything. So this will do it for today. We've covered the things we wanted to cover in this episode. We got the cattle shed going, and I explained our priority situation. And we seem to be barely keeping up on food, so I'm going to see what I can do to correct that. Because right now we can't even sustain chickens. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down's fine too. But please, if you can, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you thought and why if you didn't like it, so I can get better. I am trying to get better, so I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. If you look at the bottom right hand corner of this video, there's a red box that says subscribe. If you could click on that and subscribe. Below the video screen itself is another subscribe button. And there's a bell next to it. If you hit the bell notification, I'll let you know when the next video is. In the meantime, until we see each other again, I hope you stay safe and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching.